Hello and welcome to Baseplate Reviews. Today we're taking a look at this LEGO City set 4+1 and it's set number 60450, the wheel loader, 81 pieces, and this goes for $15 US, 15 euros, 13 British pounds and 18 Canadian dollars, which is what I picked it up in. So like I say, $15 US, probably most similar in size in terms of construction vehicles to a set released in January last year, which was the Steamroller. That was just $10. This one's 15. You are getting two minifigs and you're getting a few useful accessories, so the roadwork sign, plus those traffic cones. Of course, they look to be quite small traffic cones, just on 1x1 plates. We have in the past had these nicer ones which are on 2x2 plates and a larger kind of cone piece. The other thing that's different about this one to the Steamroller from last year is that one used the regular LEGO yellow. This looks like it's using the flame yellowish orange. We're getting that nice elephant branding on it. So that's probably more similar to the construction excavator from last year, released in June. Of course, the elephant branding there was in the form of stickers. I'm fairly certain that, as this is a 4+ set, that's a print. Like to see that kind of consistency though, so nice branding all the way through. Of course, construction vehicles in general use yellow for safety reasons. I'd say that this is maybe a bit closer to a JCB yellow than a Caterpillar yellow. But anyway, let's get the box open and see what we're working with. Of course, this is just 81 pieces, so you're not expecting it to be too weighty or too big a box. It's that simplified kind of build for the 4+ element of it. What is good is that on the back here it does show all of the extra pieces that you get along with the main build. We've also got that learn to build bit just there showing that it is simplified for younger builders. But anyway, let's get it open and see what we're working with. I'm sure it's going to be just a couple of bags plus fairly chunky booklet because we are using those simplified instructions. Okay, so like I guessed, just two bags. The second bag is actually very small. It's just a minifig plus some extra parts in there, so all of the main build is going to be in this bag one. We do get those separately. Outside of the bags we've got the bucket for the loader. We've got the cabin piece just there. We've got that simplified chassis piece. So basically just a block with some pins stuck out of it. And then we do get the four wheels, the four tyres. They're a little bit dirty actually. Looks like we've got some paper bits, paper residue on them. So I'll need to give them a little bit of a clean, but nothing too bad. In terms of the booklet, it is suitably chunky. So I think there's, yeah, over 80 pages in there. And that's because we've got those simplified building instructions of pick the pieces up and put them in your hands. I don't know that kids need that, but it is a 4+ set. LEGO have done their research, and anything which makes it easier I suppose is a good thing. Anyway, let's get on with this. It'll be a super quick speed build and then I'll have the review. Just a super quick speed build here, about 30 seconds or so. It takes a lot longer to put these videos together, to do the editing, so this is as good a time as any to say thank you for checking out the channel. And if you do want to leave any comments about what you like, what you don't like, please do drop them in the comment section below. Alright, so a nice simple build there, and this is what we're left with. And it's a mixed bag. There's some stuff that's really great about it. I do like that flame yellowish orange. That is a print for the elephant branding. Got those nice big chunky wheels and the hint of the ladder leading up to the cabin. Plus we are getting the extra minifig, plus some accessories and the rubble for play opportunities. So, you know, it is decent. There's nothing too bad about it, but just some oddities. I think that the actual arm for the bucket doesn't look quite right. I'll show you a couple of angles of that in pictures as well. When it's out straight, it definitely does look a bit odd. It's very much a brick of a thing. You know, the whole central section of this is pretty rudimentary, which is what I expected. That's fine. The rear of it, nothing too much going on. It's fine. Maybe a bit of an odd shape. But the biggest flaw, if I bring this forwards, is actually with the arm and bucket itself. So in terms of play, what you want this to be able to do is go flat down to the ground, and I can bend the arm down, and that doesn't go any further than this. I'll bend the bucket down. Well, as you can see, there is a significant gap between the bucket and the ground there. Now I can make it touch the ground if I tilt this down, and you can see it is absolutely, the teeth are touching the table. The issue here though is that those front wheels no longer are. You can see when I'm rolling it, the front wheels aren't spinning because they're actually off the ground, which is, you know, absolutely what you'd be able to do in real life like that if you've ever seen diggers, excavators performing, doing a type of dance. But should be able to, whilst it's working, actually scoop to the ground without lifting itself off the ground. So just slightly flawed, and it's a pity because you think with that long arm that looks a bit longer than it should be, that would enable that play feature, but no, not quite right. It's going to look fine when I place it in a city, but see, with this being a 4+ set primarily, it should be a play set, and that play feature of being able to scoop stuff up doesn't quite work when the rubble is below the bucket. And like I say, when I put that bucket down, it does mean now we've got the weird situation of those front wheels not moving. So yeah, not perfect, but let's take a look at the minifigures. Both of those are decent enough, I think.
Starting off with our minifigs and all of the extra accessories, and this really shows why piece count can be a bit misleading, because we've got that great big chassis piece all as a block. That could easily have taken up around about 20 pieces if you've been building it all separately, certainly with the pins for the wheels as well, whereas they're all included here. So you're actually at quite a bit. In terms of the minifigs, we've got the female one. She's got more of kind of an overalls print on. Both the minifigs have that lovely printing on their legs. With the male minifig, he's got more of a safety jacket, a high-vis jacket on, and he does have an alternate hairpiece as well. I do really like those orange safety goggles he's got on as well. Unfortunately, neither of these have alternate faces, but that's absolutely fine. I think we can cope with it in this set.
Overall thoughts then? Well, for me it's going to work out really nicely because I'm going to pair it up with that construction excavator. Of course, exactly the same colour scheme, and will work just right. But this one is just slightly flawed. That play function isn't great. Also, just looks a little odd. But good minifigs. I mean, people don't pay a lot of attention to city minifigs a lot of the time, but there's some good ones, some really good printing here. And overall, it's a fairly cheap set that's easy to pick up. Good build experience for younger builders. And overall, yeah, decent. Definitely not one of the best city sets that have come out this January. Still think the donut truck is leading on that front. But I've got the holiday camper van yet to build. But anyway, hopefully this has been a useful review for you. You've enjoyed it and have watched all the way through. If you have, then please do leave a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And with that, I'll leave you and say, as always, be good.